representing for Louie Luggage. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. Where is it? Here we go. Wait. What's going on? All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We are going to get this thing situated now. You know, I'm new with this channel, Louie Luggage, but eventually get it to speed. Y'all might not even see my face. Y'all don't want to see my face. Anyway, we're going to just run some screenplay. Because I got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about today. Welcome. Hey, welcome everybody to Louie Luggage. And I'm going to get into some things tonight. I want y'all to just join me and have fun with me as I speak about these topics concerning the Colorado Buffaloes. Thank y'all for joining. Thank you for joining. So let's get into this thing, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I have run my disclaimer. Here it is again. Disclaimer. Let's go. Yours truly, the Rivalry, right here. All right. So what are we talking about today? I have been gone. I've been working busy. Been a long time since I got back here. You know, I've been gone so long. All kind of things have happened, and I'm going to talk about them tonight. It's going to be a long session. Wait a minute. I forgot to start my other thing. Hold on. One moment, please. I forgot to start my other video. All right. Here we go. I don't even want to turn the camera on. I really want to just put a logo up here. I want to put some animation up here. But, you know, I'm going to turn the camera on over here. And then y'all can see me there. Okay, let me get started because I got some stuff that I need to talk about. And then I'm going to eat. All right. So welcome, everybody. This is Louie Luggage. For those of y'all who are not familiar with Louie Luggage and what we do here, let me explain some things. Okay. This is about the Colorado Buffaloes. Louie Luggage is dealing with those wonderful Colorado Buffaloes and their team, the staff, the school, and everything else associated with it. We're talking Colorado Buffalo stuff today. Now, those of y'all can join me on Louie Luggage, Louis Luggage on TikTok, as well as Louie Luggage on YouTube. All right, join us there, and let's do this thing. Let's have some fun. I'm going to talk sports. I know some of y'all just got finished watching me go through some law, go through some molecular structure, and go through some biblical information and some historical documentation. Okay, I'm going to go into some sports because I really love sports. Y'all feel free to join me. If not, I understand you. But still, join us on TikTok and YouTube because we got our channels there at Louie Luggage. Welcome. All right. Let me go into this thing now. I've been gone for a long time. I haven't had a chance to come in here and talk about this, but I have been watching. I have been very much up on everything that's going on. In most cases, I just don't even want to come on camera. I just want to talk about it and get it off my chest. But what am I doing here? This is to just document this historical time. Since Coach Prime has started doing what he's been doing, even when he was in JSU, he's been breaking records. And since he got to Colorado, he's been breaking records. And I want to go into some of the things that have been going on since I've been away. Since the Travis and Henry whole thing, you know, I did a session that week before the game. I think maybe one after, and then some stuff has gone on with Travis and Henry, so it's been a long time. Y'all know I've been out, so I'm going to catch it up. We are here And we're going into week number 6, where Colorado will be facing JSU. I got all my little notes up here. So let me go ahead and get into this thing. I got to get into it. All right, so let me put my little titles up here. So I'm going through it today. I'm starting with my friend Travis. All right. I love this beautiful guy. He is such a beautiful being. And so for those of y'all who don't know, Travis Hunter, if you're watching this session, y'all need to familiarize yourself with Coach Prime and what's going on with their whole organization over there at Colorado with the Colorado Buffaloes. Okay. Now, I told you it's been a while since I've been on, but I need to do this because I got to document this. This is a historic time, and I got to document what's going on. So that's what I'm doing here. I hope y'all join in or you appreciate it. If you don't, well, that's okay because I'm going to appreciate it years from now. And I'm like, yeah, I remember that time. I remember where I was. I was on TV. Look, I'm on TV. All right, so let's get into it. Okay. Since I was here, last was here, Travis had an injury, and I remember speaking on that. I did speak on that, and actually, I told y'all I was like, Travis, you need to sue, and I get it. Travis not that kind of guy. He was like, listen, things happen. We was on the football field, and it happened. And Travis actually went and he reached out to the guy, and they got together and had their little event together. It was a beautiful gesture. He showed a lot of us so-called adults how to be truly adults. And it's funny because I always encourage I have people to come to me talking about, Diva, I want to sue somebody, I'm going to sue them. And I'm like, I need you to back up and think about what you're doing. And it's always find the love in the situation. What are you grateful for in this situation? And Travis just showed up and showed out and gave us more of an understanding of how we need to be as adults because he truly could have sued if he wanted to and gotten every bit of millions that he requests. But he didn't do that. He's like, no, this is about love. That's a light child right there. That's a light being, a light worker. And so I was just so happy to see that. Happy for Travis in his spiritual growth. See, everybody talking about we're gonna have millions, and do you know how rich he is on a spiritual level? How financially stable he is just because his spirit is intact. I was so appreciative of seeing that. That's a beautiful guy. So that's what I had wanted to say about that. Travis and Henry, they patched it up. They got together. They're doing, they're friends now. Oh, we're gonna meet up again. Okay, good. I just say, as far as Travis and what he did, he just showed us. That's some Louie Luggage right there. That's some Louie Luggage. That guy's a classy guy. All right, just like his coach. Want to get into this whole situation now. Carmani McClain. I need to put up another. Give me a second, because I got to put up another tool inside of here. I got to do it. I want to welcome everybody once again. If you're watching this, like and subscribe. Find us on TikTok and YouTube. All right. I got to do this. I need to put up. I need to put this video up. Because why? Because I need y'all to see something. All right, where are we? All right, let me get to this real quick because this is what I want. All right, I want to go into some information. Talk about Carmani McClain and what's going on with our little brother over there in Boulder, Colorado with Carmani. Now, a while back, there was this talk about, Carmani Well, first of all, y'all know that Coach Prime, people have been asking Coach Prime constantly, well, why is Cormani not seeing the field? Why is Cormani not seeing the field? And Coach Prime at one point said, okay, he'll see the field when he's ready. Because somebody asked him what's keeping him off the field, and Coach Prime said him. And then somebody asked him another next week, well, why is Cormani not seeing the field? Why is Cormani not seeing the field? And then he said he needs to study. He needs to show up to practice. He needs to do all these things. And then you had people saying, well, he needs to leave. He needs to go and find somewhere else. And listen, the deal is Coach Prime is saying, I'm not going to allow you to just do what you want to do here. This is why he said he didn't want to be in the NFL in the first place. Coach Prime said, I don't want to deal with NFL because if it was up to me, I come back with half the team not there. That's the kind of thing you're seeing. You can't just come in here and do half step and do whatever you feel like doing off the field and not respect what has been asked of you. Why? Because some people say, well, they need him. I'm with them. Yeah, on the field, Colorado needed Cormani because Travis is out. But at the same time, what kind of detriment does that do to your organization when you're allowing someone to get away with doing whatever they want to do? It's detrimental. It's not a good look. And anybody who knows anything about running an organization, you know that when you allow one person to step out of line and everybody else sees that, or you're going to have hell in your locker room. Your organization is not going to stand. Morale is going to be very low. Well, I got to understand that morale is going to be low also if you're not winning. That's what somebody else is saying. I get it. But it was this whole thing about, well, he needs to go to somewhere else if you're not going to play him. And then he goes to somewhere else and he doesn't deal with his own issues. Is that a good look? Well, it looks like Cormani's mother is totally respecting Coach Prime's way of being. Cormani's mother is totally respecting what Coach Prime has said. And so I say to you, yeah, I get it. We need him on the field. But at the same time, what we don't want to have is the whole organization to break down simply because he let one person get out of line and didn't put him in his place. Can't have that. You can't have that. Like Coach Prime says, the standard is the standard. The standard is the standard. So that's respect. That's respect. So getting back on this, Cormani, he doesn't leave. Thank you. He doesn't leave. He stays. And you know what he does? He recognizes, okay, Coach Prime is getting on my case. And so I need to step it up. And they asked him the word of the day. He said, on time. That's 2 words, but he said on time. I'm going to be on time for practices. I'm going to be on time for meetings. And he saw the field against USC where he showed out. He showed out. All right. And I won't go into that USC game, or maybe I will go into that USC game a little bit. But Cormani showed out. And it was so funny. They asked Cormani, it's like, Cormani, how was it? What was it like being on the field? And he starts talking about his mother. He said his mother was on the sidelines crying. And he's like, Mom, come on, chill out. Mom, you know how Cormani talk. I was like, Mom, come on, Mom, chill out. Cormani was telling Mama to chill out because he was like, come on now, I'm trying to play the game. But his mama was bawling. She was crying. She was excited. And I know the feeling of that. I remember I graduated. My mother was crying. I was like, why are you crying? But they, mothers take this, mothers have a different feel. They're so proud and overjoyed at that moment. It was, so I can understand. I can understand how she felt. And I can understand how he felt too. He's like, Mom, come on, chill out. So at any rate, Cormani stays. And it looks as though his mother is very much in agreement with what Coach Prime is saying and how Coach Prime is handling the situation. And that is very good to see. All right. So Cormani balled out. We expect to see him on the field more. We need him, but not at the risk of, Coach Prime you know, not or losing control of his locker room. We don't need him at that risk. So, but I agree, you know, take your time with putting him in. And if once he's doing what he needs to do, then good. We step up. All right. So that's what we are. I need to add my little thing on there. All right. So now the next thing I want to get into, but Cormani did well. All right. I just, I got to give my 2 cents. I'm just giving my 2 cents on the whole thing. All right. The next thing I want to get into is this hate on Coach Prime. Got to go into it. Got to go into it. The hate on Coach Prime. All right. Let me put this up here. All right. Let's get into this hate. Hate on Coach Prime is coming in several different ways. All right. One of them was with the whole thing about all the coaches teaming up and coming against Coach Prime in that Oregon game. So, uh, it's this whole thought that they're doing certain things because, or they're hating on Coach Prime because he's melanated. They say black. Y'all know I don't call my people black, and I don't call Albion's white. But they're saying that he's being hated on because he's melanated or what have you. And then the other one is this whole thing about the shortening of the portal window. The shortening of the portal window. All right, where they're making it is going from 60 days to 45 days. And it's, they doing that because Coach Prime. They changing it because of Coach Prime. Okay. All right. So I need to go into these things and let's understand really what's going on. Now, I'm going to say to you this, and this is a lot of people going to be upset or disagree or whatever, but I'm saying this to you about the fact that this is not about skin color. This is not about skin color. What? How you say that, Diva? Cause they just hating on him cause he a black man and he black and they don't like black. Okay, hold up, hold up, hold up. Can somebody tell me where Coach Prime was coaching last year this time? Where was Coach Prime coaching last year this time? He was coaching at JSU, which is a all black, well, I wouldn't say all black, but it's a historically black college. Black. I'm not going into it. Y'all know when I hear that word, I get triggered. I want to tell you everything. But he was at a historically black college. Now, I need y'all to understand why this doesn't have anything to do with race. Because do we remember how he was treated by the coaches while he was at this college, and the fact that all of those coaches of the other football teams at the other HBCUs were melanated or black peoples? Can we remember how he was treated by them when he tried to get them together? They hated on him just as bad, if not more, than what he's being hated on right now while he's at Colorado. Those were melanated people. Did it have anything to do with his skin color when he was with the HBCU and all those coaches was hating on him because he was going 11-1 this first season and 11-1 the second season? Did that have anything to do with his race when all them black coaches was hating on him? No. This had to do with his ability to win. Success is what they hate. They don't like it when you're successful. So what I'm saying to you is, I need it to be made clear, Coach Prime is not the only one who received that kind of hate. I wouldn't say, maybe Saban likely received a lot of hate, but he wasn't winning like Coach Prime is now. He had to build his up. His was like, okay, I'm going to build it up. Coach Prime come in here like, boom, I'm at the top. He's successful. People are going to hate on you because you're successful. Hey, Benito asked me how much Do you make an hour at your job? I don't make hourly wages. I am just rich because I do what I do. I'm wealthy. So I don't get paid by the hour. How much you get paid at your job? You want to come work for me? Let me know. All right. So once again, this has to do with success. So when you're successful, people are gonna hate on you. So when you say to me, the coaches that they don't like him at these power five schools because he black. They don't like the black man. No, he's successful. That's it. Just successful because he was hated on just as much, if not more, when he was at the HBCU and he was winning 11 games during the whole season and dominating. They don't like that. It's gonna be worse now because the way this team looks, this team is a little bit better than what JSU was when he first got to JSU. So remember, they had 3 seasons. The first season was like a half a season during that COVID year, and so they didn't play a full season. But when he came in, they lost a few games, and then he kicked out the people that weren't able to keep up. And then he rebuilt the team. He brought in almost 70 new players when he was at JSU. And then he built that team up, and then they became dominant. That's what's getting ready to happen here. That's why he said, get me now. You better get me now. Because when I get finished building this team, oh, it's going to be some stuff. We're going to be a problem. All right. So you got people hating or saying they're thinking it's because of his skin color. I'm saying to you, it's not. He's just successful. And even you got a lot of Albion coaches that get hated on in this league. They just don't get talked about. All right. So, and then, so we're clear on this. When we're talking about shortening the window, oh, they doing that because they Coach Prime. They trying to hurt Coach Prime. Y'all, people, when y'all say this stuff, y'all not making any sense. It might be Coach Prime that changed it. It might have been Coach Prime that changed it. But if you're thinking about it, when they change that, when they shrink the window, that don't hurt Coach Prime. That hurts everybody else but Coach Prime. Because he gonna find his people. I don't care if that window was 2 days. It'd be a 2-day window. Everybody be trying to jump in that darn window so they can get in it. I don't give a dang how many days it is. That shortening the window cannot hurt Coach Prime. It can't hurt. It's going, and then it applies to everybody. Did they just, oh, look, everybody else, your window remains 60 days. But Coach Prime, your window is going to be 45 days only. But everybody else, you get 60 days. Coach Prime, is that how it happened? No. They said everybody, your window shrinks down from 65 or 60 days to 45. That means everybody. So please understand, Coach Prime is not going to be hurt by that. Everybody else will. Because they the one who, Coach Prime, you know what Coach Prime is like. You ever seen people in a boat fishing? And they fishing on the boat and then the fish just start jumping into the ship. These people got fish jumping into the boat. That's Coach Prime. All right, all these other people, they got to cast it. Coach Prime does not have to go through that. The fish are jumping into his boat. So he does not have no issue with how many days. You can make it 1 day for all I care. I'm going to get what I need because the fish are going to jump in my boat. All right? Benito, you said you wish you had that? Yeah, you can come on. You wish you had that? Yeah. I will employ you. Let's go. Now, getting on to this, we're understanding now. We want to come up off the whole race thing and they don't like him because he black. Hey, King Russell. Yeah, I'm back. We're talking sports now, King Russell. We are talking sports now. So what I want to do is continue on to my next topic because we, again, just come up off the race thing. All right. Coach Prime is getting hate because he's successful. That's it. Period. And point blank. All right. Now I want to get into my next topic, which is right here, putting up my sign. It's called, I want to talk about this past games, okay? Now, as I get into this topic, a lot of people, I want y'all to understand, this is not me being critical. It is me giving a critique, okay? And I'm going to be honest. Y'all know this is Louie Luggage. This is all about Colorado. This is all about Coach Prime. This is all about the love for that team. That's why it started. Okay. But at the same time, I'm going to give a critique because I want to see them grow. As a matter of fact, they are growing. But I'm going to give my critique. All right. Now, King Russell said he's now. Well, let's go, King. Let's go, King. All of y'all who are watching and listening, please find us over at YouTube at Louie Luggage, LOUISLUGGAGE. I want y'all to tune in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's enjoy this conversation. I want to talk to y'all about this sports. Now, with respect to this Oregon game, USC game, team play, because I didn't give my take on the Oregon game. All right. And I don't want to be overly critical because this is my team. All right. I stopped watching sports. The only reason why I watch is because I'm a Coach Prime fan. All right. And just so y'all know, I've been in sports. I'm an athlete. All right. But I put it down because, again, as I got into law and I started understanding what's going on out here, I know what it is. But at the same time, Coach Prime is, he's all that. He's all that in that the way he carries himself, all right, as an upstanding being. I got a lot of respect for him. And so I need to say this because he's said several times, and this is something I totally disagree with, to say this is just a game. I don't agree with that, and I totally disagree with that, and I'm going to tell you why. It's not just a game. Not when you telling me that you have relocated people and their entire families to another state from Mississippi to the state where you're going. When you're telling these guys, hey, this is how you're going to get your family out of the hood, or you're going to get your family out of the disenfranchised state. This is how you're telling me it's more than a game. When you're telling me that this is their career and their livelihood, it's more than a game. It's not just a game. And the other thing is when people are making millions, this is affecting people's lives. When people are gambling on this thing, I'm not agreeing with gambling. I agree or disagree. But when somebody has put their house note money down on your game, it ain't just a game no more. It's not just a game when you got television networks fighting over the rights to show and air this game. It's not just a game. But added to that, when they put this thing all over social media, and they have touched different people's lives. They've touched different people in all different, not just other football players with other teams. He's touched people in the medical field, the business field, the whatever, you name it field. He's touched a lot of people's lives. This is not just a game no more. This thing is way bigger than a game. So that being said, I'm putting in my little bit. All right. This is Louie Luggage because I can't gamble. I don't gamble like that. This is how I gamble. I invest in it. I'm putting my time into it. Owner of LouieLuggage.com. Yeah, this is how I invest. This is how I gamble. All right. So that being said, I want to get into some of these games, Oregon and USC. So I need to say something, and I said this before the Oregon game, that a lot of people are considering Colorado to be underdogs in a lot of things. Now, in this ASU game, they're not underdogs. However, a lot of people were considering them to be underdogs in those two games. And I said before the game, I said, it's fair. It's fair. Why is it fair? Because we have yet to see Colorado show up during a full game. We're talking about the defense is working. We're talking about the offense, special teams. All right. We have yet, even to this day, even after 5 games, we have yet to see a full team show up. So what we have seen is we've seen flashes. When we're talking about the offense and Shador, we know they can put it down. With the defense, I'm going to tell you this, the defense has been stepping up. The first game, we didn't see the defense. But in the second, third, really, I'm going to say this, they don't show up in the first quarter, maybe the second quarter. But the defense shows up in a different way. Now, listen to me, because y'all like, they got the worst defense in the... Okay, this is the defense, the worst defense, because people want to call the whole defense garbage. There's a problem with that line. All right? However, this the same defense that's handed Bo Nix his first interception. This the same defense that has handed Caleb Williams his first interception. This is that garbage defense that everybody want to claim is garbage, but they so garbage, they doing what other teams can't do. I'm saying, yeah, they got problems, but they have yet to step up and show a full team. So we know the offense has the ability. The defense, I just spoke about it, they got the ability to step up. But if you want to know what the real, and this is just my opinion, I know it's going to be hard. I'm not the first one to say it, but I'm just putting my 2 cents in it. The real Achilles heel to this team is the coaching. And I'm not saying every coach, but what I saw with Oregon is a coaching issue. Because you can't tell me that you go 1, 2, 3 and out the first time, 1, 2, 3 and out the second time, 1, 2, 3 and out the third time, and you don't make an adjustment. That's coaching. That's not because, Oregon was so great. Listen, I'm going to say this to you, and I'm going to go back and tell you some things that have surprised me with respect to Coach Prime. What I love about Coach Prime is when he speaks, he's going to deliver on what he speaks 95% of the time. And that's what he did. And this surprised me. It surprised me that he spoke this because I know he's going to deliver on it. And that ain't good what he spoke. He wouldn't want to deliver on that. Before the Oregon game, the press was asking him, are you going to implement the run, Coach Prime? Coach Prime says, well, we ain't going to just do stuff just to be doing it because that's not even us. We just not even good at the run. We're just not going to do things just to be doing it. That's what he said. And I'm thinking to myself, did he just say? Because what you just did was you just told the whole defense of the other team what you're not going to do. And I'm hoping that he was just saying that. But he clearly wasn't just saying that. Because what he said to me is we're going to abandon the run. Then somebody else comes in and they ask him the same thing. They say, Coach Prime, are you all going to implement the run? Are you going to commit to the run? And Coach Prime said, that's like asking a woman who can't cook to commit to cooking. If she can't cook, then why would you ask her to commit to cooking? And I'm like, I'm just listening to this and I'm saying, is he once again saying that he's abandoning the run? Okay, why is this a problem? Because you have once again told me your whole offense. You told me that you're going to be one-sided and that all I need to do is rush your quarterback every damn play. Because you just said you're not going to have a run. I'm thinking he just, okay, maybe we're going to try it out. Oh, he delivered on that. They abandoned the run against Oregon. Now, I get it. We don't feel like the run is good. And by the way, this whole thing about a woman, if she can't cook, why would she commit? What you don't do, Coach Prime, is shut down the whole kitchen so she can't cook. If she doesn't know how to cook, you keep encouraging her to go cook until she learns how to do it well. You don't just tell her to stop cooking and shut down the whole kitchen so that don't nobody get to eat and you got a malnourished family. No, that's not how that works. You got to keep the kitchen open. She need to keep cooking because she need to learn how to cook. You need to encourage her. Yeah, baby, this is good. Now put a little bit of salt in that, and baby, this chicken is cooking a little bit longer. You need to encourage her. You don't just shut it down, which is what they did against Oregon, and they got mollywopped. So what I'm saying is that if you are, again, recognizing what's going on, that was a coaching issue whereby when you go on 1, 2, 3 and out 3 times in a row and you don't make a change, that's called coaching issue because you got to be able to adjust. You have to be able to adjust in any sport. It doesn't matter what sport it is. It could be bowling or baseball or football or whatever. If you don't know how to adjust, you can't win. So the one that adjusts the fastest is the one that wins. That's when you have the more success. And they didn't adjust at all. They didn't even implement any kind of run until the last series of the fourth quarter where they got a touchdown. That's coaching. That's not even on the players. That's coaching where you don't implement the run. So here's what I'm saying with respect to the Colorado team and that they have not put together a full game. Is their offense capable? Absolutely. Who's calling the plays where they're getting started slow? Is their defense capable? Yes. All right, it was this whole thing about Cormani and Cormani not being in or what have you. And I understand why he wasn't in. But now that he's in, he's gotten his act together. Coach Prime is good with him, and we've seen what he can do. Do they have the capability of shutting down in the secondary? Yes. But I'm still saying to you, even with the front line, that's a coaching issue on the defensive and the offensive side. When you looked at the coach, okay, I went back, see, no, I'm going to start making some plays here. And also I'm going to start doing a lot of, to my people who are new to this, who were in it because of Coach Prime, kind of like me. And we have questions about certain things that are going on. I still know sports, though. I know sports. I actually played a little bit. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it. But I'm going to start doing some instructional stuff about this. But I was watching this game, and especially with Oregon, and you see that they're on the offensive line. You got 4 people over here trying to tend to this one guy and 1 person over here trying to tend to this one. Meanwhile, there's a whole field open up for them to hit Shador because they're discombobulated. You got 3 rushing 4 and 5, and you still can't block. You can't block 3 men. That's a coaching issue because they're discombobulated. So they get confused. The defense knows how to confuse the offensive line. And the same thing with the offensive line running all of these cross patterns on the Colorado defense. They need a little bit better coaching. That's the problem. There's some replacements that are needed, but you get the best players on the planet and you don't have them coached well, they're not going to work for you the way you need them to. Coaching. It's not dissing anybody. It's saying this is a critique. This is not that because you keep telling me about the defense is so terrible when this is the only team that's handed the #1 quarterback or one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. They handed him his first interception. Handed Bo Nix, one of the top players in the league, his first interception. Don't tell me about how terrible this team is. This defense is. The secondary is having their issues, but that's coaching. That's coaching. Especially when I look at these plays and I look at these replays and I'm seeing that you got 4 men here at the offensive line and they got to block 3 people and 3 men end up over here on 1 guy. Yeah. They're confused. They're discombobulated. They need to be better coached. Okay. That's what I'm saying. But I love this team and I know that they're going to put it together. They're doing that now. They're putting it together. But yeah, with that Oregon game, yeah, I was disappointed in what I saw in the coaching. USC, I was disappointed again. I'm gonna say this. I need to big up the defense. As a matter of fact, in the Oregon game, I need to big up the defense because somebody's like, they lost by 42 points. They gave up 42 points on the defense. Did nobody think that the defense was going to stop Oregon on every run? However, they did have stops. They had interceptions. They turned it back over to the offense. The offense did nothing. You can't tell me nothing about how bad the defense is if you got them on the field for 75% of the dang on time. No, the defense stepped up. I could see that they made a conservative effort to get to that ball as soon as it dropped. But again, I say to you, as I said before, them guys on Oregon team, they extra. That's all I'm gonna say it like that. They extra. They ain't no regular. Those not no regular players. Those not no regular beings. I just say it like that. There's extra there. But I can say you can see them getting there, but they couldn't. It take 4 or 5 of them to bring that one guy down. I get it, but I saw the effort. So I see the defense stepping up. I saw that they have done a better job of shutting the offense down. And the same thing in the USC game. They did a good job of getting there. What I'll say the one of the advantages of Colorado is that they have the stamina. I talked about that before, and that showed up. That's why they're able to come back in the second half and do some extra things because by the time the second half comes around, those guys are tired. Their offensive line is tired. Their defensive running, they tired. Well, Colorado's ready to go, and that's clear. So that now we're talking about conditioning. That's coaching. That's great on that end. But as far as the plays, there needs to be some improvement on that because we need to see a full team. We have yet to see that. If Colorado plays in the fourth quarter, in the first and second and third quarter, yeah, then we're going to see a full team. And yeah, they can beat anybody. They can beat anybody, even with that porous defense. Now, with that being said, that defense, it has to be cleaned up because they can win a lot of games, but they won't win any championships with a defense like that. Unless again, I think it's a coaching issue. They get the defense coached right, they get the offensive line coached right, they're gonna have a different team. But they can't with that defense being that way. As long as they stop it and Colorado can score with the other team, which the offense can when they're running properly. They have the ability to score with anybody. This team is putting up 40 points a game. They don't have no problem doing that as long as they're running properly and being coached well. So I say, yeah, they can beat anybody, even with their look at USC is. You know what USC is? USC, they are. I would say, when they playing on point and their coaching is on point, they are better than USC. They're better than USC when they're playing on point. Because look at what they did only in the second quarter, in the second half of the game. Look at what they did. Yeah, they're better than USC. USC is one of the top ranked teams. Yeah, Colorado is just as good when they're being coached well, even with that defense. So I say that defense has the with that defense they have the ability to win a lot of games. But when they go into the playoffs, any kind of championship games, they gotta get the defense on point because they can't win without a good defense. All right, not to say the defense is terrible. They're not terrible. Again, this is the same team that pulling down interceptions on players that other people can't pull down interceptions on. All right, all right. So let's go to the next topic. That's all I need to say about that. The team play, it needs to step up. We just want to see a full game. Nobody can these people in these other places that are making these bids and saying, are you going to cover the spread or whatever? They can't bid on you because we don't know who you are. We haven't seen a first quarter game coming from the offense and defense. We haven't seen a second quarter game coming from the offense and defense yet. And the special teams. Lord, I don't even want to get on the special teams. Let me go on to the next topic because I got to get out of here. But I want y'all to know, in this, I love the Colorado Buffaloes. I love Coach Prime, and I appreciate what he brings, all of his energy. I just wanted to give that critique. I know somebody's going to be mad at me. It's okay. I love you. I still love you. And I still love Colorado. I just got to tell it like it is. All right. Coming up, what needs to happen Saturday with ASU? ASU. I'm going to tell you something about, I had a chance to watch this game with ASU. And this team, they're having issues. They're coming off of 4 losses. They've had 4 losses this year, 1 win. I think their first game. The game that I watched, they looked disciplined. They looked to be a little bit disciplined. At least at the beginning of the game, they looked to be disciplined. But they're beaten up. They're beaten up team. So I would say in any case, I always say they need to make sure that they don't take this team lightly because they don't have anything to lose. They're going to come out fighting. Don't take this team lightly because they don't have anything to lose. They're going to come out fighting very much the way, what was that, the team, CSU, the way CSU came out. They came out scrappy. And everybody, was expected that CSU was going to get blown out. This is not expected to be a blowout. But this team should not be taken lightly. I saw they looked disciplined. They looked like they had some playmakers and the ability to move the ball. So I would not take them lightly. Does Colorado have the ability to beat them? Yes, because they have the ability to score. They got the better quarterback. But is he going to show up in the first quarter? Is he going to show up in the second quarter? Is Shedeur going to show up? Because when he does, and if he does, yeah, they definitely will take care of business. But if they do somebody said this. I told y'all about this guy. He said, when is Colorado going to show up and start playing and show us who they really are? And the guy says, he's like, they already shown you who they are. They're a team that likes to thrive in adversity. For whatever reason, they can't get themselves together in the first half. It takes them a whole half before they pick it up, and then they got to battle from behind. Well, hopefully they're going to stop doing that and just show up at the beginning of the quarter. All right. All right. So will Shedeur, we do the Shedeur, will he show up in the first quarter? Let's hope he does. And they play through the whole game the way they are, and they showed their personality. They put their mark on this game because it's not going to be an easy game. But I say that they can win every game from here out. They could have won. Look, Oregon, they didn't even. I need to go back to that Oregon game because they didn't even implement a running game. What? When Coach Prime said we don't need to run, you know what that said to everybody? Because everybody's saying, oh, well, they ganged up on Coach Prime to know his whole game plan and all of this. It wasn't hard for anybody to know. If you're telling me you're not going to run, all I need to do is just rush your quarterback. There's nothing you can do. You don't have anything optional. You just gonna throw. So we just gonna rush you the whole game. Shedeur looked like he was running for his life the whole game. And they never switched it up. That running game, I'm like, what happened to Offerdahl, Smoke, Hankerson, Wilkerson, McCaskill, Dillon? Run it because you never gave any options. And so it's easy to know what you're going to do. Once I know what you're going to do, then I can shut you down. They didn't have to be shut down in that game. They didn't have to be shut down in that game. And then in this game against USC, they took forever just to get started. No, come on now. We can't have that. We can't have that. Get your players who are playmakers together so that y'all can win the rest of these games. I say that they can win all of these games and could have been more competitive, definitely against Oregon, had a running game been implemented. All right, all right, all right. So what we doing now? Discipline. They had a lot of errors. Let's go back to USC game. All kind of penalties being called from them. But let's even just talk about the errors. The kick, the bad kick. That's special teams. I don't know why he thought he was playing rugby. I don't know where that came from, but that was the worst thing I've ever seen of a punter running five dang on yards across the field to kick the ball. I've never seen that. Not only that, there was of course the interception and just all kind of other issues or errors that were caused. You gave away points. You're not gonna give away points against ASU. This is a game that is expected to be won. We expect them to be 4-2 now. 4-2 after tomorrow. All right. Uh okay, so now we talked about that. What needs to happen? They need to be disciplined. Not having errors. All right, unforced errors. They gotta be disciplined. And then as long as they do that, and they're showing up in the first quarter, they should win this game with ease. I think this team just likes to be under the gun. It's like they can't even operate unless, oh Lord, we're in danger. Danger, real Robinson. Okay, now come on now, let's get it together. Well, we're in the first quarter, and we running the score up. That's what we need to be. Uh, Now I want to get into this real quick. All right, getting back into Coach Prime. There's this talk, and let me put this up. There is this talk about Coach Prime and whether or not he's going to stay. Everybody is speculating. Is he going to go? Is he going to stay? And somebody, I don't know. Somebody said that he was offered, or somebody talked about a lifetime deal. I don't know that it was a lifetime deal. I just know I remember it's like $100 million deal or something like that that somebody was trying to say. Uh, One of the alumni wanted to start this funding for Coach Prime for $100 million. I don't think that was a lifetime deal, and I don't think it. Who would think that Coach Prime would ever take a lifetime deal? That's not even in his character to take a lifetime deal and to be tied down to one place for life. I don't even know. I don't think it was a lifetime deal, but definitely if it was 100 million over 5 years, I can see that he'd be deserving of that because he's brought that in this year alone over $100 million. So I look forward to seeing what Coach Prime is going to do. But I'm going to say this because you get a lot of people, uh, trying to determine well he needs to stay here and he needs to do this and he because at JSU that's what they were doing. They were trying to say, well, he needs to stay here and he needs to do this and he needs. It's like, wait a minute, it's his choice, it's his decision. Let him do what he's going to do. Sit back and enjoy it. Stop trying to speculate. But when I hear people say things like, they say that he wouldn't go to, what is that, NFL? I'm not in agreement with that. Not that I'm saying he needs to go to the NFL. This is what I'm saying. Um, if you understand how he started in coaching in the first place, he was in coaching only because he was watching his sons play, and the coaches weren't coaching properly. And he kept having to tell them, okay, do it like this. He had to tell them, do it like that. And then he got to the point where he's like, well, if I'm going to put all this energy into it, I might as well do it myself. Next thing you know, he's coaching. He didn't want to coach. He just wanted to chill out and relax and just watch my son play. But he ended up having to get into it because the people who were doing it weren't doing it right. So I say this to you. His son is getting ready to go off to the NFL. Do you think the NFL not gonna come knocking? Oh, they gonna knock. And do you think he's not going to be watching his son play? And his son is likely, if he's getting drafted, his son is going to get drafted by the sorriest team. He got to go to the sorriest team. You think he's not going to be watching this? Coach Prime is not going to be watching that? I'm not saying he's going or not. What I am saying is, remember how he started this whole journey in the first place. And don't keep thinking that it's out of the way for him to end up in that place. Don't keep thinking that. He said, nah, I don't want to do it. But let God come a knocking. He'll change his tune real quick. So that's all I have to say about that. I hope y'all appreciate this, because I got to document what I'm doing here. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing and communicating, because I'm here to get out of here. I'm yours truly, Diva Laree. For Louie Luggage, Louie Luggage. We're going to see y'all next time. Tomorrow, we got ASU. Colorado is at ASU, and they're going to win this. They're going to pull it out. They're going to show up in the first, and the second, and the third, and the fourth. They're going to pull it out. It's going to be a good game. I'm going to see you guys after the game, maybe Tuesday. Let's talk about it, baby. Come out. Diva. Peace. Bye-bye.